Hello everyone, welcome back to the Steel Donut Collective, and welcome back to Classic Creepypasta Month. With me today is Connor.
Hello there.
Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt.
And Yella.
Spooky day.
Whoa.
And today we are looking at Cry Baby Lane. Now this is a creepypasta. It is a lost episode, based on what at the time was a lost film called Cry Baby Lane, released by Nickelodeon. Since the guy wrote the story, the lost media, hunters of the internet found the original movie, and it's actually been rebroadcast on Nickelodeon on Halloween, at least once. This, it was kind of a gamble writing a creepypasta based on a lost episode, because if anyone found it, everything you wrote would be invalidated. Guess what?
It
speaks for itself.
It
lost episode and
happened.
Not something you made up, you know.
But let's imagine, we'll pretend for a second that the thing wasn't found. It's not like any of us have watched it anyway. So
Right.
let's say that it never was found.
I don't even know what it could be.
Yeah, we'll see just how plausible and well-written this story is.
I don't think we need to wonder, but okay.
Hey, the scientific method should not be questioned.
In 1999, I was 22, and I had just graduated from Emerson University in downtown Boston, majoring in screenwriting, specifically in cartoons and children's programming.
Cool.
My debt was pretty bad,
Oh.
so when Nickelodeon Studios offered me an internship at the studio in California, I accepted immediately.
So would you have not done that otherwise? It sounds like that would have been
if-
good. That is what you went into.
If he wasn't, if the person wasn't in debt, then they wouldn't have accepted this
Yeah.
internship at this.
Let me tell you right now, if I wasn't in debt,
relatively-
I would never have taken a job.
Right.
You would never taken an
yeah.
internship at a pretty,
I would never have
well-known,
taken a job.
successful studio.
At all.
I mean, Matt, if you didn't need to work, you wouldn't.
True. I only
mean,
need to
like-
work because of my crippling debt.
I jumped at the chance to get away from dead-end job at Benjamin Franklin Tour Guide.
Bad.
Good sentence.
Dead end job at tour guide.
Was he a tour guide who dressed up like Ben Franklin, or was he a tour guide like for Ben Franklin's grave?
No, he
Tour guide
wasn't
for Benjamin Franklin.
No,
himself.
he had a job at Benjamin
know.
Franklin Tour Guide.
Yeah, he had
Whatever
a job
that
at
is.
Soup. He had a job at Soup.
He was giving people tours of Ben Franklin, like the store, the craft store.
I see. AKA an employee. Many of you ask to see Cry Baby Lane, but if you want to see the original Cry Baby Lane, you never will, even if Nickelodeon somehow consents to
what-
releasing it to you.
What? Why are you talking to me?
What?
I didn't ask
Am-
to see
yeah,
Crybaby Lane. What? I don't want to be
Am
in
I
this story.
like running a DJ station or something? Why am I?
I did not
Okay.
consent to
Many of
being
you
placed in the
asked.
story, author. Why are you talking to me directly?
You won't be seeing what was shown on TV, and you sure as fuck
Whoa.
won't be seeing the original that Lauer made.
Why are you threatening me now? Why?
Yeah, that
what's
comes
happening?
across pretty threateningly. Can you relax
What,
a bit?
what did
maybe
I
chill?
do to you?
Take a deep
Why are you
breath.
so mad at me?
I need to interrupt this reading real quick to tell Matt, no matter what, Shasta McNasty, they will never consent to releasing it to you.
Right.
Your favorite show.
Oh my god.
I don't even think Nickelodeon has the original cut of the movie anymore. And if they do, it's in only backup copies.
So they
Well,
have
no
it.
shit.
In which case, they would have it.
Yeah.
Can you,
That's what-
tell me what this is at first before going straight to, if you want to see it, no fucking way, you'll
way.
never
It's
see
too
it.
fucking bad,
I'm
asshole.
a
You're never
little
gonna see this
confused.
fucking movie. If you even want to see this movie, you'll fucking die before you get to see this movie. You fucking
So-
piece of shit.
Only backup copies. If the backup copies exist, they must be locked away in some vault along with all the deleted episodes of Ren and Stimpy and the never before mentioned episodes of SpongeBob
Never before
SquarePants.
mentioned. They've never been
Not
mentioned.
not even mentioned.
What
Also,
the fuck is
if
this
they're-
guy on about?
Also, if they're in some vault, then they're not deleted.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening? Why is he
This-
so
Because
aggressive?
then they still exist.
Matt,
I don't know.
this
He's
story-
just mad.
The story is written by a very edgy person.
He's,
a very edgy
he's
person.
so
I think you mean a
fucking
very
aggressive
angry
and
person.
angry at me. I didn't do anything to him.
Well, both.
I'm just reading his story. Why is he calling me out?
It's the level beyond lost episode, the unknown episode.
Yeah, the never before mentioned episode. Like, Never before mentioned as in he's never mentioned it before, because he didn't mention fucking anything before this. Or is it like no one's ever mentioned it?
No one has ever mentioned it. Not even the
is it
creators
like that
while they
book
were
of-
making it.
Is it like that book of, like things that exist and ones that don't?
Oh yeah.
Fucking SpongeBob episodes exist and ones that don't. I'm sure there's tons of ones that don't. An infinite amount of them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the director, Peter Lauer, has the original copy, and it's probably on his mantle next to his snuff films, that creepy ass fuck.
Okay.
I told you.
Okay.
Edgy is, the more profanity you put in the story, the better it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the more
It
aggressive
works.
your tone, the better it is.
The more
You
I
know,
feel like the person writing the story is attacking me on a personal level, the better.
I'll say
Should I know who Peter Lauer is?
I don't know who Peter Lauer is.
he's the guy who made the movie, I think.
I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure you just used the guy's actual name. Well, we're introducing him. It's all you need to know. Well, you will know.
Yeah.
But I was going to say,
Should I
Squidward
know what potentially led to this guy's opinion of Peter Lauer?
Well, you'll
Yeah,
find out.
'cause-
But Squidward Suicide, imagine how much better that story would be if it was like, there's this fucking SpongeBob episode and your fucking stupid ass will never fucking see it.
Uh-huh.
And if you do, you'll fucking want to fucking kill your fucking self. Fuck.
And if I say
Fuck.
fuck one more time,
Sounds like he swears
Yeah.
more than the fucking guy from Boston over here.
Anyway, I was hired in 1999, and immediately I was put on a creative production team for the movie Cry Baby Lane.
Cool.
It would be almost a year before the movie was due to be broadcast. All in all, it was a pretty low effort kind of thing. There were only 4 people on the creative team, and I was the only steady one. Lauer would replace them on a whim. But you're an intern, what?
Yeah, how
No,
are
he
you
got
the
hired.
steady one? You're the
straight up
intern.
fucking hired.
He said it was to keep it fresh.
Well, he was a part of that show Intern for a Day, as in he interned for a day and then they hired him.
no, he's interning as
Man,
a CEO.
that's the dream, though.
If you get a degree in CEO, then you automatically get to intern as a CEO.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
I thought it was because he was hiding something, and I was right.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Good for you.
We had a little over a year to make a made-for-TV movie. Not just to write it and cast it, but to film it and get it edited.
That's a
Sounds like
perfectly
you got
reasonable
that
amount of
done.
time. That's
Yeah.
a perfectly reasonable amount of a year to make.
A TV
Oh.
movie? Yeah, I bet they gave you like $30 to do it. Like, I bet you could bang that out in like 6 months.
Yeah. Lauer didn't work fast at all. After the first 3 weeks, we only had the ideas for the first 15 minutes of an 85-minute movie.
What?
Hired-
You didn't come up with the whole movie at
Wait a
Did you
minute.
not come up with a concept for the
didn't,
entire
like-
thing? What?
You went about this linearly, like, what are going to be in the first 15 minutes of this movie, instead of what is this movie going to be about?
Yeah, but here's the thing. So is the end product 85 minutes long and he's writing like retrospectively, like he knows it's going to be 85 minutes? Or did they plan at the time for it to be a specific runtime?
I don't
I
know.
mean, I guess if it has to be aired with like
I-
commercial breaks, it has to hit a certain runtime. But usually
yeah,
you edit it
yeah.
down.
I think
Yeah.
they knew. I think they knew the runtime beforehand, and they were like, "Okay, we must make a movie of this length," and then
Usually
okay,
they
let's
don't
go.
Script out the minutes, minute by minute. Usually they
Yeah, they
have like the
edit it.
whole thing.
Yeah, and you edit it down.
Wow. Yeah.
You edit it down to the right length. Yeah.
Stephen Lauer literally just sat down to write a script and just let his mind run and wrote it, impromptu freehand or whatever.
Yeah, but his
And
mind
it
didn't
only
run
got
very far. It's
15
just
minutes
15
in
minutes.
after 3 weeks.
Like they timed the script.
They
Yeah, I don't
acted it
know.
out in the writing
Why?
room. I don't
What?
know.
Why is it
Okay.
always like the people that make Lost episode things just have no fucking idea how movies or TV shows are made? They have like, I feel like you should know a little bit before you do this.
Matt, when you're 13, you don't know anything.
That's true. Yeah, when
Yeah.
I was 13, I definitely didn't know anything.
I still don't know anything.
So Lauer, even at this point, was a weirdo. He was tall
Okay.
and lanky, and he
Okay.
carried himself awkwardly.
All
he
right.
stuttered when he talked, and sometimes when you were hunched over a piece of paper during those endless brainstorming sessions, you'd look up and you'd catch him staring at you,
You sound
smiling.
like an asshole.
Yeah. When you were hunched over a
Yeah.
piece of paper like a shrimp.
Hunched over
Yeah.
like
Also,
fucking shrimp.
Yeah.
it's
Card in the
really,
corner.
it's really. I found it in pretty poor taste that it's like he's a weirdo, and then just describes neutral things about a person that a person can't help, like being tall and lanky.
Yeah, I know.
And-
that.
and
being a
Sometimes
bit
stuttering.
awkward in your mannerisms. Like that's generally just things that people have and are, and not
Yeah.
like bad
like
things
stutter, yeah.
necessarily.
Yeah, having
Yeah,
a stutter,
stuttering,
yeah,
like
it's-
that's not. people's faults.
I hate
People
tall
stutter.
people.
I stutter a little bit sometimes. Like, it happens.
Well, you know,
I guess I'm a weirdo.
Even when he was here, he was a fucking weirdo. He was always
Yeah.
reading, and he had a Dutch accent.
Uh-huh.
That
Well,
Dutch accent, that really fucking weirded
You know
me
what,
out.
I'm
What
glad-
a creep.
I'm glad that I don't actually have much of a Dutch accent. Like, if you compare
And-
mine to other Dutch accents, I sound very different.
He didn't have that much of a Dutch accent compared
Oh.
to other Dutch accents.
He'd look away when you caught his eye, and I guess that was the creepiest part. He
Oh.
always looked like he had something to hide. The brainstorm sessions, at first, were alright.
Okay.
We got the premise of it down pat. Two brothers unleash a demon, and they get into mischief trying to get everything back to normal.
Okay.
Not exactly daytime Emmy stuff, but it was an alright start.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
yeah.
agree.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
fine.
it was like Hocus Pocus. You
Sounds
like
like
that
a
movie?
movie. I don't
Hocus
know why you were
Pocus,
having
yeah.
so much trouble with it.
I thought the movie should be goofy and spooky, kind of like a Courage the Cowardly Dog sort of deal.
Lowercase dog.
Yeah.
Courage
the Cowardly Dog.
Sort of deal. However, from the very beginning, Lauer made it clear that he wanted the film to be as scary as possible. He didn't want it to be cheap thrills with a good, wholesome ending. He wanted to push it farther than Are You Afraid of the Dark ever dreamed
the
of.
most scary show
And I
ever
guess he
made.
did.
Oh my! That's my favorite line in this story. He wanted to push it farther than "Are you afraid of the dark?" ever dreamed of. It's like, considering that's like, when on like the ranking of scary shows, it's like, you got Goosebumps and then "Are You Afraid of the Dark?" It's like the second least scary show you could have, even among kids. I mean, you mentioned Courage the Cowardly Dog. It's way scarier.
I mean, maybe it was the scariest thing Nickelodeon had broadcast to that point.
Yeah, it's like, well, I mean, it's like you have The Exorcist. Are you
Nickelodeon
afraid
didn't
of the dark?
broadcast Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah, that's Cartoon Network.
I mean, dude, Courage the Cowardly Dog can change a kid.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
spooked me for the rest of my days.
Yeah. I wanted to. It's like, I wanted to go faster than I could on a bicycle. It's like, well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Could do that.
It was about 3 weeks into production when I first noticed something. Lauer had the absolute power of persuasion over everyone else in the creative production team.
What?
Well, this team was 4 people,
Yeah.
and you were the only constant one, and you were an intern.
And
Yeah,
he's
I was
also
gonna
the project lead.
I was gonna say, isn't that what the project lead does anyway? He keeps these fucks in line,
Yeah.
like-
tells them what they need to do, and what the guidelines are.
You're an
And-
intern. You're here to learn.
Yeah.
No, he
Yeah.
got hired, dude. He's not an intern anymore. They hired him.
But still, he's the project manager.
Yeah.
He's
Peter
like the
Lauer.
director and writer.
I
He's the
will be
head
honest.
guy.
I was 3 weeks into my new job when I realized that the CEO of my company had the absolute power of persuasion over everybody else on the company.
It's
Yeah.
almost like he was their boss or some shit.
It's
How
crazy.
horrifying.
No one fought him.
No one stood up to him,
Horrifying.
to his
No one stood up to my CEO
to
and
his
told him
tyranny.
to his tyranny.
No one fought him, and by the 3rd week, he was already suggesting some morbid things. I remember he said he wanted the little brother to die halfway through the movie, getting hit with a dump truck.
Like someone picked it up and smacked
Yeah,
him with it.
hit with, yes.
Not by, but with.
Like the demon, I guess,
Incredible
would pick
fucking
it up.
Hulk came through.
How is that morbid? Like people die in horror movies, even kids' horror movies. Like people die sometimes. It's like, why is that so morbid?
Maybe
getting
the
hit with a
idea
dump
is it
truck.
would be very morbid because they would show everything.
I feel like this author needs to go back. Like I feel like if I could go back in time to when this author was writing this, I could be like, hey, watch this, and hand him like Hostel or something like that, and he'd be like, oh shit, I didn't realize movies could be this like graphic, and he realized getting hit with a dump truck is nothing.
Well, again, if it's airing on Nickelodeon, I guess Nickelodeon was pretty family friendly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I immediately shot it down. I was the only one who said anything, and it stayed that way until I left the studio entirely and never came back.
Yeah, and I mean, I want to put it. Remember, he said Lauer is trying to make it as scary and like horrible and violent as possible. So Lauer doesn't care about when Nickelodeon's broadcast standards. This guy just thinks getting hit with a dump truck is so bad.
Right. At first, cannibalism and other fucked up shit was kept to jokes and tasteless comments, but as time went on, it became more and more overt.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
All that
Jokes
fucked
they were
up shit.
actually
Who the
eating
fuck is
each
making
other.
jokes about cannibalism in this movie? Like, what's the context?
Hey Matt, what's eating you?
Yeah, what's
Man,
eating you up?
this movie's eaten like that, human flesh I ate yesterday. I tell you what.
Yeah.
What a
This movie
great
bites
joke.
like how I bit into that thigh.
Yeah, I had a hand sandwich, someone's hand.
What a great joke. I can't wait for our next potluck when we'll be cooking Deborah and eating her.
That was real good.
Yeah. If you're ever working at Nickelodeon and they want to do like on like the anniversary of your employment a roast, make sure you look at the contract very carefully.
Yeah.
Listen, you definitely normally you already don't want this to happen to you, but if you get fired, well,
Yeah.
You might be fired
Yeah, you
real.
really get fired at Nickelodeon, let me tell you.
Yeah, you get flame broiled.
like a Burger King Whopper.
Made of human flesh.
I'd give him an idea, which most of the time he would end up using. What? Sounds like he
oh
likes
hey
your
Yeah, it
hey,
sounds like
ideas.
you were contributing.
there's a little
Okay.
flex, little author flex, being like, hey, I'm so smart.
Like, how about the movie starts with a morbid undertaker who reads them stories? To which he'd reply,
Yeah, and then he can cut them up into little pieces and force feed them to his dog.
Oh, that's
Cool.
dumb idea.
Hey, is there
Peter.
HR around here? Does Nickelodeon employ HR? Could you go to HR and be like, "Yo, can you make him stop, please?"
but Peter, if they die in the first 5 minutes, then we'll never get an 85-minute movie made.
Well, this
Yeah.
is why they stopped at the 15.
It's also just completely dumb and unnecessary. It doesn't add anything. Peter,
Peter
come
keeps
on.
trying to kill the kids, and everyone else keeps going like, Peter, if they die this quick, we're not going to have a movie.
Yeah, like every time it's just like, he's like, all right, so the kids are in school and they're bored in class, and then a monster comes in and eats them. Oh my god.
Peter.
The kids are at home, they're waking up in the morning to go to school, and their mom comes in and eats them. It's like, all right, bro.
All
All
right,
right,
Peter.
not-
can we?
At some point,
know
I feel like
cannibalism's
the
really
entire.
funny.
I feel like at some point the entire creative team would just do their best to like have meetings and stuff and try and have Peter just not be there.
Well,
Just-
no, the entire creative team keeps getting fired except for one
Oh,
guy.
that's true. That's true.
So they can't do that. He's rotating him out so they don't stop him from making really bad suggestions.
really bad decisions to make a bad movie at this point.
So he made those jokes a few times in the early stages. Then he got serious.
Get serious.
Then he killed the actual actors.
And he killed the actual production.
That too.
He'd stand up like he was Jesus or something, clear his throat loudly and proclaim his idea.
What the fuck?
In your
What?
Jesus Christ pose. Yeah. I'd be the only one to shoot it down every fucking time.
Are you okay?
Oh, Connor,
It sounds like he has some really bad memories of his internship.
Damn, dude. How much
Yo,
are you
Connor.
getting paid to be here?
I completely forgot about that song. Was that on the Man of Steel soundtrack?
It was by Soundgarden. I don't know if it was on the Man of Steel soundtrack.
No, I'm joking, because he does the Christ air in space.
Oh. One day near the end of our brainstorming sessions, Lauer cleared his voice and stood up. We all fell silent and looked at him like we normally would.
Okay.
Huh,
sure.
okay.
He stood up and said,
Oh god, he's like Drax. He stood like fucking like twice.
He's standing for a third time.
Yeah. Gentlemen and females, I have an idea.
Bad.
Okay.
okay.
I'm listening, I guess.
Could you say ladies and gentlemen like a normal person?
Yeah, I don't know why you did that. It's fucking dumb. But okay.
It's weird.
I remember what he did. He paused and looked right at me as he said,
He paused and said,
Yeah. The story will revolve around the legend of a pair of Siamese twins.
Legend?
Have you ever heard of the Donner Party?
You're really obsessed with this cannibalism thing, aren't you?
I'm pretty sure the Donner Party was a political group active in 17th century France.
That's funny. They weren't, but yeah, that's pretty good. I like that.
Hey, Peter? Everyone nodded, except for me.
Yeah,
I'd never heard of the Donner Party.
Okay.
I didn't like where the conversation was going.
They ate themselves when it got cold. They ate each other.
And then they're gonna eat me.
Oh my god.
What? What a great description of the fucking Donner Party.
Yeah. Donner Party in one sentence.
No, two
One
sentences.
sentence history.
They ate themselves when it got cold. They ate each other. Bam. I'm putting that on my fucking history report right there.
Yeah,
Two
it's like, man, if you
sentences
could read your essay on the Donner Party.
Okay. They ate themselves when it got cold. They ate each other.
Oh,
It sounds like a poem.
And then
Yeah.
I fold up my sheet of paper and I look around the room and I'm like, any questions? And some kid raises their
Everybody
hand,
just starts snapping like,
and one kid raises their hand and then I fucking walk away.
French Revolution in 2 sentences. Napoleon invaded some stuff, and then he died.
Napoleon invaded some stuff.
Yeah.
French Revolution.
Or wait, that's not even
Yeah.
the French Revolution.
Yeah.
the French
Here's-
Revolution.
Here's
Heads
my
were rolling.
there's my essay on as long as we're sticking with France on the Marquis de Sade. Invented being emo and also torture porn.
Fun
I mean, that
fact,
was
by the
actually
way.
accurate though.
Yeah, these are great, like 1-sentence essays.
I mean, here's a good one on Napoleon. Invaded a bunch of stuff, invented margarine, then died.
Oh. Nice, I didn't know that.
Two sentence
The
essays. I
margarine
like
part.
these.
Yeah. So, everyone nodded again. I closed my eyes.
Okay.
He's just closing his eyes in recognition.
I am too. I'm actually closing my eyes right now. I'm role playing.
Resignation. That's the word
You know,
I'm trying to say.
If this creepypasta were a movie, I think what's his name? Dieter Lasser should play Peter Lauer, the guy from Human Centipede 1.
This
Oh
is
God.
Right?
This is a meme reference that I already know will be dead as soon as the video comes out, but my script writing sessions be so fine that boom, Peter Lauer says something.
Damn. Damn.
Pretty good.
Oh shit. He actually died this year. I didn't know that.
Oh.
Oh, dang.
Peter Lasser did, huh?
Hmm.
What would Siamese twins do if they had nothing to eat? Would one wait until the other twin dies, then consume her own sister's flesh?
Sounds like
Would
boring
they
question.
claw out each other's eyes until one of them died, then dine upon them like a vulture, tearing at the skin of a dead deer? I do not know. It is interesting indeed.
You're very easily abused if that's interesting.
You have some weird interests, my guy.
That's not even that interesting. That's like, I don't know. What would anyone else do if
Like,
they had
whoa,
no
like,
food?
think about
Why
it.
did they? What's relevant about them being Siamese twins?
Well,
I could
they
not
are
agree
attached.
more. I could not agree more with this next sentence.
I didn't know what the fuck I was hearing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I opened my eyes and looked around the room. No one was fucking moving.
Well, what are they gonna move?
Just move. Fucking
Are
move.
they gonna move around? What?
Fucking stand up and walk.
People aren't built to stand still for like 10 seconds.
They could also just, because you're not describing their body language, they could just be shocked, be like, what?
They could just be uncomfortable, like I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's eyes were on Lauer except for mine. And when I looked at him, he was still staring at me.
Okay.
Children like violence. They revel in it. Children like to be scared. So we'll scare them, won't we, Johnny?
How did you get this position at Nickelodeon?
Okay.
leaned over the
Nepotism,
tables.
probably.
Getting pretty damn close to my face.
Damn.
His breath smelled like decaying shit.
Hey.
Oh.
I stared back at him.
That sounds like somebody needs some better dental hygiene.
Oh, what's that gum disease that rots your mouth and makes your breath real bad? You should get that looked at, man.
Yeah, honestly, again, more profanity, the scarier it is, the more mature it is, too. Because
Yeah.
adults just
Hey,
swear all the time.
Blake, I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm fucking terrified.
Yeah, I'm really
Like, this is some
fucking
fucked up
scared
shit.
right now.
Like, fucking god fucking damn it.
Fucking
Whoa.
shit, damn.
I think you're fucked up, to be honest.
Got him!
Got him.
Frag! Oh my god, what's that?
Burn.
Check his pulse. No pulse? He's fucking dead. You killed him. I've never seen a man get owned so hard. I thought slavery was fucking illegal.
Whoa.
What?
I got you so hard you're enslaved?
Oh, no,
I mean, he was owned.
Okay. He smiled, then backed away.
Oh, I'm fucked up, all right. but you have to be fucked up to survive in this cutthroat world.
Are you okay?
I quote myself when I say, babies need to kill just to survive.
Babies need to kill just to survive.
Yeah.
I am the true Dick Dastardly. And he pulls out a top hat and monocle.
What is this?
His grin expanded.
Literally. Right now, I'm going to show you some pictures that will spark some of your imaginations.
Only
Trying to
the
bring some Vincent
violent
Price in,
imaginations, though.
Yeah. He got up and locked the door from the inside.
It'd be weird
Instead
if he
of
did it
from
from the
the outside.
outside.
Oh no, we're locked in here with him, who just locked the door.
Oh no, it would be really bad if somebody were to turn the bolt in the opposite direction,
We could just
Yeah.
leave.
and we
Yeah.
could just leave.
I stood up and said, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Every time.
Everyone's very
Honest-
professional here, aren't
Yeah.
they?
I mean, the only
Let's-
people even talking are the author and Peter.
Peter Laria. Let's not make any errors in judgment, Jonathan. Sit down.
Jonathan. Yes.
Johnny boy.
Johnny boy.
Let's not
I
make
like
any errors in judgment, Jonathan.
Yeah,
I like how Peter gave our main character his name rather than, the main character.
Yeah, he never introduced
Yeah.
himself. It was like, my name is Jonathan.
Well, you know what?
And I brew beer with
I'm
Bob
okay with
Mortimer.
this. His introduction was dumb enough as it is.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Sit.
For some reason, I did.
Owned. Fragged.
Lauer pulled out one of those shitty overhead projectors.
What is your problem with overhead projectors?
What did the overhead projector do to you?
I mean, it was. And where, out of his coat? What do you mean?
He pulled
He
it out
pulled
of his
it
fucking
out.
pocket.
He turned on the switch and he speak shouted in an unusually high and semi-frantic
He
voice.
shouted.
Speak shout.
All right, I'm back away from the mic a little bit. This is the fucking news we need to continue with this brew fucking duction. This is what every child should see.
Remember when I killed your brother, Eddie? I
I-
talked just like this!
Oh my god.
His
Run,
eyes
run, run,
bulged in
you'll
his
be
head.
well done.
Yeah. He put the image down on the glass surface of the overhead. It was silent.
The image was silent.
The image was in black and white, but it was grainy.
You
But
don't need a
There's no
butt
need
there.
for a butt there.
There's nothing being contrasted here.
Well, unless he meant black and white colloquially, something that's black and white is very clear. So it's clear and gray.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, clear
Mhm.
but grainy.
I could vaguely make out a boy lying on a brick floor, his arms cut off and his bloody little nub black dots.
What?
His bloody little nub black. What?
Of out hot eat the food, man.
Yeah, like,
His
why they call
arm
it an
nubs,
oven?
His eyes, what? The only thing that was clear was his face. He was bleeding from the mouth.
Bro, I
And,
love.
his two cut off arms.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd
gee, where have I
assume-
seen this before? I wonder.
Any other, lost episode story from this
Is
time?
that that
After
one
s-
where the Squidward he's kind of commits Sudoku or something?
Do the
Yeah.
suicide thing? Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna commit suicide by number puzzle. Yeah,
Yeah, he's gonna watch Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
he's gonna
Oh,
commit
ruh-roh,
Scooby-side.
kids.
Yeah,
Lauer almost threw the paper off the overhead, slamming down another one.
Lauer,
Another
calm the
one.
fuck down.
Another one.
Another one.
one.
It was a zoomed-in shot of the boy's face. It was in color. The blood trickled from his open mouth onto the brick floor, his eyes shut, grimy blood underneath his eyebrows and eyelashes.
Why was the first one in black and white if you had one in color? Was it
Well,
artistic
Artistic
thing? or-
taste. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, he slapped down the next one. It had a sweet Instagram filter.
Oh shit, I like this one. He slapped on the next one and had the Snapchat anime filter on it.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Check out this dead anime girl.
Then his eyes opened, and I screamed. No one else in the fucking room did, and it died in infancy, the shrillness ringing in the air.
What?
So
Is
this
everyone else in the room just a
so this
mannequin?
Picture, sorry, what? Yeah, I,
said,
guess
is
so.
everyone else a mannequin? I'm not convinced there are real people in the
They're
room.
cardboard cutouts.
Did you not notice that they were just cardboard?
eventually-
You're
cutouts?
the only one here, Jonathan boy.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
better be the fucking twist, or I'm gonna be really disappointed.
Now it's Peter Lauer lying on the table. He's got a sock puppet on each hand and a foot puppet on his one foot. Yeah.
You know, after Lauer fired everyone else like 5 times, eventually he did just put a cardboard cutout down. So that, you know, he didn't have to fire another person. HR didn't have to get him trained and everything.
Yeah.
And then he fired the fucking cardboard cutouts, too.
The pupils were completely black. The rest of the eye was normal.
Detailed are these photos.
Pupils are black. What are you talking about? That's specifically the black part of the eye, because that's the hole in which light goes, so you can see.
Yeah, you know, it was crazy. I could see his hands, and he had 5 fingers on each of them.
Yeah. The rest of the head was normal.
The rest of the head was normal.
The longer I stared, the more the eyes opened, widening until it looked like the skin above his eyebrows and eye sockets was going to rip in half.
What?
I mean, I'm more amazed by the fact that this is a picture that can move. Like, that's some Harry Potter shit. Like, that's magic right here.
Yeah. Then they started to bleed. Blood started as a trickle, and I swear to God I could hear it. More. Now it was like a full-blown stream. More, until the brick on the floor was a lake of blood.
Yeah, and then My Sacrifice starts playing.
I could hear it. Like I was hiking and I came across a stream and now I could smell the kid. I could fucking smell his rot.
When like you are with me.
I like that simile.
What?
Yeah?
Is he hallucinating at this point?
No, man, this really happened.
Haha, no, this really happened.
I love how I love this here. Notice how this is like something from a wiki article on like how to politely vomit. Look at this.
I leaned underneath the table and vomited.
Very discreet. Just, you know, oh, give me a second, guys. And you just sit back up.
Yes. As we were continue.
When I rose back up, the images were gone. Everyone else in the room was expressionless.
That's a creepypasta too. That's probably not a reference to that shitty creepypasta.
I think they're just corpses at this rate. I don't think they're people.
Right. Oh my God, Lauer's gonna eat them.
Then he's gonna eat Jonathan.
You may go,
he said, unlocking the door.
I'm guessing he locked it so that nobody walked in while they were in the middle of that?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I walked through those fucking doors and I never came back.
Okay.
This happened near the end of the brainstorming process, and by the time I left, the casting was done and the script was almost fully written.
What?
Why are you still having brainstorming stuff when the script is almost done? Unless you are literally just writing whatever comes to mind.
No, maybe they're just brainstorming for the fun of it. This is their fucking breakfast club, okay?
Yeah. We all know we hate actually going out and filming stuff, so let's just have fun brainstorming.
Yeah.
Let's just have fun making up ideas and not worry about how to implement them, because the implementation part's difficult.
Guy. Yeah.
A room full of ideas, guys.
I believe ideas. I believe what you meant to say was, I'm an idea.
I have an idea, and it involves eating people.
Oh, yeah. They were desperately behind schedule. I think Lauer planned it that way, so there wouldn't be time for proper editing.
Yeah,
so
I hate if my movie was edited
project.
Well. Fuck me.
I never watched the real thing when it aired, but I heard from a friend who was working at the editing department that they had to cut a good 15 to 20 minutes of disturbing footage from the film before it was fit to be released, and it was only fit to be released.
What?
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Sounds like the editing department still did their job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's the goal, right? Having it fit for release.
It was only barely fit to be released. Maybe that's what he meant.
I guess.
I think so, because they didn't have enough time to check the footage frame by frame.
Okay.
It's not like when they were filming, Peter Lauer dropped creepy pictures in front of the camera. So
yeah,
they got
right.
Picked up
like those would be.
frame.
That's the kind of thing that would have to be added in editing.
Yeah, like you're the guys doing anything if it's frame by frame.
Yeah, Peter Lauer's dick.
Yeah.
A Fight Club, you know?
So I guess he got his wish, unless they cut every single scene that had the pictures in them. What? Which they probably did. Sounds like the editing department
like they did.
Cut out 15 to 20 minutes of an 85-minute movie.
Yeah.
Every child watching Crybaby Lane has an unconscious memory of those pictures. And
You're
weep for
unconscious,
them.
dude.
Wait, I like how it's like, instead of being like every child who had watched, or who has watched, instead it's every child currently watching them. So those you're not currently watching.
It's a long-ass fucking movie. You're still watching it to this day.
I mean, the director's cut where, he put the 15 to 20 minutes back in has those pictures.
No.
I don't know. So, and I weep for them. I really do. They fucked me up. And as I write this to you, it will be the last thing I'll ever write before I slit my throat and before blood splatters all over this fucking computer screen.
Hey, dude, calm down. Jesus.
Edgy.
Holy
I don't
shit.
give a shit, to be honest.
Hey guys,
I don't really like you that much. You can go ahead and do it.
be careful. Don't cut yourself on my edgy.
Yeah. There's something I should tell you first, though.
Okay.
Early on, Lauer posed an idea of the two brothers capturing a squirrel, putting said squirrel in a jar, and slowly drowning it before filling the jar with sand and dropping it into the bottom of a pond.
Why are you telling me
Okay.
this?
I mean,
don't care.
No, wait, Matt, this is insane.
Wait until the point is made, Matt. You're being too early.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Soon after this was suggested, Sandy from SpongeBob SquarePants appeared in Tea at the Tree Dome.
Get it?
Okay. I don't care. What? Why is that
Conspiracy
relevant?
confirmed, bro.
What the fuck?
What is
Okay.
Sandy if not a squirrel in a jar
Wait.
being slowly drowned?
Is that what that's supposed to be?
Yes.
Yeah, that Sandy the squirrel, Peter Lauer had something to do with it?
Yeah, no, Peter
What the
Lauer
fuck
influenced
are you-
everything at Nickelodeon, bro.
What
Look at
the
this.
fuck is going on
Yeah.
here?
Lauer also suggested in one scene of the movie for a man with a squid-like
What
nose
does that
to
mean?
take off his pants in front of the two boys and rape them off camera.
Tasteful.
But heavily implied. Squidward soon appeared as a major character in SpongeBob
That's
SquarePants.
not. I don't give a
What?
What is this?
That's not
Dumb.
relevant in the
Yeah.
slightest.
Yeah,
To
Lauer
answer your question, Blake.
suggested that the boys go to the local airport and fly a plane. They crash into their house. Soon after, 9/11
Nothing
happened.
happened.
I mean, okay. Let's see how many more of these there are because
Keep going. All right, let me
keep
see you
going.
reach. Let me see you really
Yeah.
stretch. Okay, I
Lauer
don't think you've
thought
gotten your
that,
stretches in.
Yeah, get some yoga going.
Let's get some yoga going. Show me your reaches.
Lauer thought that one of the boys should shove a starfish up their ass, and then
Patrick Star.
really recent after that, Patrick Star appeared in SpongeBob SquarePants.
Okay, but a squid-like nose somehow equates to just Squidward being there, huh?
Squid-like.
Does
I mean,
Squidward
he-
doesn't have a squid-like nose, does he? He's
He
a
does.
squid. The whole
he
thing
has
is
a very
squid.
squid-like nose because he's a squid.
What the fuck is this?
Dumb.
Loose connection. Let's see. Yeah,
It's dumb.
there are going to be some more. It was suggested that the two be stepbrothers, forced to live in the same house after the first one's mom was found dead in a shallow grave, her
Okay.
body heavily cannibalized by her own husband, a
Okay.
local weatherman.
That's not relevant.
A show with the vaguely premise, Drake and Josh, or Josh and Drake as real
Vaguely
fans know it as,
premise.
started in 2004, and the stepfather is indeed a weatherman.
Okay,
you
you're
say?
telling me that Drake and Josh's premise has to be two stepbrothers forced to live in the same house after one of their's mom was found dead in a shallow fucking grave?
He predicted
I
it,
don't
bro.
think that's a part of Drake and Josh.
Nickelodeon watched this movie and planned their entire lineup off of it.
What?
I mean, Matt, it's just, Drake and Josh just has the vaguely premise.
What is the vaguely premise? Also, these are just suggestions. These didn't make it into the movie. So
Apparently
no,
not.
they didn't even watch the movie. These are just suggestions.
Once Johnny Boy rejected them, Peter Lauer went to the rest of Nickelodeon and was like, hey, you want an idea?
And they were
Yeah,
like, oh, fuck yeah, I like that. Here, we're going to make Drake and Josh out of that.
Here, the secret is, Matt, is they just tamed all of his ideas. It's a conspiracy that Peter Lauer secretly is behind everything at Nickelodeon.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, Peter Lauer's behind you right now. Turn around, Blake.
Everyone knows Peter Lauer has the best ideas. You just have to get rid of all the cannibalism and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Every show that Nickelodeon ever made has 2 degrees of separation from Peter Lauer.
Yeah. Now, you see, the problem with this next show is nobody remembers the show, so we're not going to be able to make this connection.
All right. Lauer also suggested the younger brother have a doghouse in which he keeps various animal fetuses encased in acid that he regularly uses to poison his mother to have sex with his abusive stepfather,
This is
It just keeps
nonsense.
going.
as told by Ginger debuted soon after.
It has nothing to do with as told by Ginger. What?
I like a
But-
edgy, violent, rape, murder, poison, dog, fetus, as told by Ginger.
Fucking Caillou debuted the next day.
I really don't remember any of those things being even vaguely something in As Told by Ginger.
Dude, you can do anything here. You'd be like a guy who goes around killing animals and butchering them was one of the things he suggested. Caillou appeared soon after.
Yeah.
Oh, well, how
Fucking
about...
a guy that goes around running over kids in his SUV and then eating their dead bodies. Soon after, Dora the Explorer aired on TV.
Well, how about this one?
They don't even have to relate.
Wait, this next
We've
one
got
has
two
nothing
more.
to do with anything. Listen.
A man who captures the souls of children in a vacuum cleaner and sends them to Hades? Danny Phantom.
What?
Okay, next one. Hit me with it. Hit me.
A robot who goes insane on the two brothers, kills one of them, wears his skin, pretending to be the dead brother at high school. My life as a teenage robot.
Oh my fucking god! Fucking
Sounds
Mr.
like
Fantastic
jokes.
couldn't reach this far.
So yeah, this list goes on and on.
It does.
Nickelodeon knows.
Yes, you just make up bullshit.
Nickelodeon knows, and they're continuing the legacy of Lauer, sometimes subtly and sometimes overtly, and there's nothing you and I can do about it. Do you want to see it? You got it.
What the fuck are you?
And
What?
then a link to the full movie?
Yeah.
Was
How do you think
the
Peter
end
Lauer?
of
I
this
just looked him up.
changed since they actually found the movie? Like, do you want to see
No,
it? You got it?
I looks like the only thing that changed from what I saw was looking at the very beginning was like the "Do you want to see it" thing, because I was checking.
Yeah,
the
that
very beginning
do
of
you want to
this.
see it doesn't seem like something that should be there.
No,
I
the
don't know.
only thing that's changed from what I can see,
Like, it should
it's
have
just
ended
the
with
"Do you want to
nothing
see
and
it?"
I
Here
can
it
do
is.
about
I just checked the very first edit of this, like the very original one, and it just ends with "There's nothing you can do about it."
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
didn't change otherwise.
That sounds not like a much better ending, but more like an ending. Why do these creepypastas keep getting updated with like parts at the very end that make it worse?
How do you think Peter Lauer feels like having his real name in this fucking story?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like let me look up how much
I looked
Peter
him
Lauer
up. He's
actually
a
did.
real person. That's his real
Right.
name. He's worked on Secret World of Alex Mack and
Well, here's a quote
Arrested
from him.
Development, Malcolm in the Middle, and then
No.
the Nickelodeon film Crybaby
Right.
Lane.
Here's a
And
quote from him.
I wonder
Here's a
how
quote-
he feels being in this story.
Well, I don't know how he feels about the story, but if you want to hear a quote from him, when it became popular, like online, and people were like, "Oh shit, remember this movie?" And so, he said he was surprised and flattered by the attention his film had gotten 11 years after its original release, being unaware of its supposed banning by Nickelodeon. I just assumed they didn't show it again because they didn't like it. I did it, I thought it failed, and I moved on. And then Nickelodeon representative, to sort of dispel the rumors that were going around, said it was never banned. They just chose not to re-air it. And then later, because it became so popular, it was re-aired in 2011, 2015, multiple times in 2015, 2016, and
Wait,
2017.
You said it was re-aired in 2011?
Yeah.
That's the earliest edit I can find on this story is 2011.
It's probably like this story came out and got a lot of attention, and so Nickelodeon decided to re-air it.
Maybe. Who knows?
Um,
What I know is that I'm down in the comments, and
yeah, people don't like this one.
I'm just gonna read one that I think is my question by the Ultimate Gumball Fan 50, who says, "How is this catastrophe of a pasta even on the wiki?"
I know
Whoa.
people do not like this one. Rigor Mortis says, "Why is every single Lost episode director lanky, tall, and yells at his employees and kicks them out a lot, and always make her start some obscure show in 1999? Come on, my fellow lanky brethren, let us film Snuff Show and yell at employees in the late 90s."
What?
Well, Nero Flames points out, he said, it's sad after all these years, after all the criticism and all the comments pointing out how bad, cliche, and inappropriate the story is, it has yet to be deleted and moved to the Troll Pasta wiki. Honestly, I don't even think it deserves to be on the internet anymore.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa,
And then
Negative.
somebody's
Ned Wolfkin
upset.
says to him, he says, it's in the historical archive. It will never, like full caps bold, be deleted.
Negative 9 out of 10. Delete this. Ooh, people do not like this story.
It's the only time people in here have any taste.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, every other time we've looked at this, people are like, "Ooh, this is so scary," and here everyone's like, "This shit fucking sucks, bro."
Oh,
Well, I'm thoroughly spooked
well.
and scared.
yeah. It's still on here at the moment, and our heart goes out to Peter Lauer. Or,
Sorry,
you know,
sorry,
his
Mr.
family.
Lauer.
And I have
Such-
one last thing I'd like to reveal, though.
Mhm.
One of his suggestions was that the boys would run across 5 bullies who would ruthlessly make fun of their creative writing assignment. And one of those bullies was a foreign exchange student. Years later, the Steel Donut Collective first started uploading.
Peter Lauer was behind us all along.
Fuck!
Thank you so much for watching, and an extra special thanks to our Platinum level patrons, Polly Heber, Dr. Faust, Hoshkoff, ODST795, and Stannis the Manus. If you'd like to support us, make sure you check out the description. There's links to our Patreon and PayPal. There's also a link to a Google form. You can fill that out if you have a story you'd like us to cover. You'll also see a link to our casting call page. Right now, we're working on setting up a big project that will be debuting in January of next year. It's the largest story that we've ever covered, and there's a ton of voices. And right now, you can audition to be one of the voices in the story. The instructions are there on the page. Just follow the link and submit your audition. We're looking forward to hearing it. Thanks again for your support, and have a wonderful day.